All right.
Intro match, that's crazy. He tried to cook. Good. Thanks for the prior. That
So
was really nice.
tonight we have the first week.
That was a crazy TK.
I
I'm
think
not
this is
gonna
also the first match of HDL,
As yeah.
outside of draft matches and whatnot. We have the Detroit Waivers and the Connecticut Sound Tigers playing tonight. Detroit Waivers are, I guess, managed by Grumbler. Um, and with some notable players, we have his players like Power, Ed, Highlander, Bushline, Alpha Star, all great players. And then for the Connecticut Sound Tigers, we have a team managed by Boobert. He's got great players like Gert, Chrome, uh, Pilot. I'm going to shout out Pilot. He's a personal underdog of mine. You also have Cooper, who's good at Perk. Uh, Anything else you guys like to throw in?
Yeah, so looking at both the teams, I want to kind of touch on who I think are kind of going to be like the sneaky good players. Um, we might see Emmy Boy do well in the mid on the Connecticut Sound Tigers, as well as Taylor Swift. Two kind of underdogs. Let's see if they do well. They might not, but that's kind of I think they have some room to maybe kind of frag out here. For the waiver wires, I think a couple names to really look out for is maybe Ghost Army, Spicy Paper. Those are two kind of older holdfast players. They've been quite good before, and I think that they could have a good opportunity here to frag out. Also, a Chi-Ra. Chi-Ra is EU, but he does really well
Alright, leave me
on the NA
alone.
pickups in the mid. So those are kind of like my sleeper picks for today.
Nice.
I think if we were guessing flanks, we'll see a perk and a power bush line flank for the waiver
Hey, get
wires,
your own
most likely.
uniform. Get your own
As that's
corners.
what it was last year for the waiver
Get
wires.
your
It
own
worked
corner.
well, or something similar at
We're having
least.
a team talk.
And this is who power wanted to
Back to
play
your own corner.
flank
Do
with
your own
debate.
huddle.
So that'll be that. You'll also see
Back to
a,
your
Okay,
huddle.
a,
Ryan,
a
I'm
area
joining.
flank
I
most
want to
likely,
join it.
as for years they've had synergy together. They've been playing together for years, so we'll most likely be seeing that. And on the other side, on the Sound Tigers, we'll obviously perk on an edge, one of the edges, most likely with Robert, and then you'll see Chrome with someone. Not really sure who Chrome will be playing with to start the game.
Maybe
Um,
Cooper.
well, yeah,
Maybe
most
Cooper.
probably Cooper. Yeah. What I'm interested to see is how Va, Gart, and Ryan all played in mid for the Sound Tigers. See,
Right,
that is a
because
strong mid.
they also have Pilot to toss in there. They've got Sam. They've got another 45E guy in Ghost, but they've got the EU goat Schmady. I think Schmady's going to be more towards the connector, but I think the Connecticut Sound Tigers can have some flanks that survive for a while. Their mid is just going to eat up
Yeah.
the waivers. The waivers have some very nice players on their team, but when you talk about this big three of Va, Ryan,
Yeah.
and Gert possibly in the
Woo!
middle playing together, you're going to be very hard pressed to find another three people who can stop that.
I agree. I think the waivers will not do horrible in the mid because even they don't have they don't have the Va, the Gart, the Ryan, but they have like players
I
that
think
aren't as good but still solid mid players, just like like Worcester, people like that. Who can block. They're not bad players by any means. They're definitely top 8 round players.
you
But
know
Worcester
I
is
I.
great.
I'm willing to say that I think the Connecticut Sound Tigers are going to have a stronger mid than the waiver
oh,
wires,
100%, yeah.
but I'm tempted to say I think the waiver wires are going to have stronger flanks because, as you talked about the Power and Bushline flank, Power is such an amazing player, like with group fighting, and he's very knowledgeable about things. But he finds so many kills. Then Bushline is, I guess you could say, a step up from that support player. He takes on a support role, but he still is able to like frag out and get a lot of kills. But he's just going to be feeding Power, I feel like. And you brought up a really good point of the Ed and Ares combo. And there's a whole other name we haven't even brought up on the flanks is, where are we going to see Highlander? Is Highlander going to be a 3-on-1 of them, or are they going to toss Highlander into like say a connector and just try to have him frag out? Um,
I've
Love to
heard
watch
that he's
Highlander
going to
play.
play Con. I've heard he's going to play Con, but I have no idea if Rum sees third as a con or as part of the flank, so it'll be interesting. I
Right.
do think the cons are very 50-50. I think both could have like even-ish cons. You know, Smitty, if they do it, if Rum has the same idea of doing a European con as he did last year, which won him a lot of games, you know, we'll see. We could see that, and it could work out really well. But again, you have Highlander to go against. You have,
Guys,
you know,
finish up.
Crazy to go against. Grumbler himself to go against Jacob T. You have
Mhm.
people.
Also, give up. Also,
Yeah,
give up.
give up is a
Can't sleep on
very.
him.
You would actually give
I
up. You can either perform as in get 30
I
kills or you can get about 3 kills. We'll see,
you
but we'll
know
see.
what would be an interesting flank maybe is if they do like a power bushline give up flank. I'd kind of be interested to see how that goes. Maybe Grumbler has something else kind of cooked up, but that hypothetical would be nice. But touching back on the Connecticut Sound Tigers, you brought up Boober and Perk. Those two guys are best buddies, and I mean like I think it's been a while since that they've actually like been on the same group fight team, and both of them are incredibly strong players. So that's just going to be really fun to see.
Yep.
I agree. I think if I was to go off paper, I would say I think Connecticut might have a slightly better team, but I also think that Grumber is a better captain overall than Robert, so I think it'll be a quite close match. Either
Yeah,
way,
but
it could.
Boober does have Va, for example, and also Gert. Like those are two guys who have been playing Holdfast since the dawn of time,
Yeah.
and
Jesus. Yeah.
they've led teams together, and they're both just really great like knowledgeable players when it comes to melee and everything. And yeah, Boober is probably going to be speaking to his team, but you're going to have
Yeah,
Va
you'll
and
have the
Gert
chance.
being loud,
Why?
and
Yeah.
that's what you need.
What the only thing that concerns me really about the Sound Tigers is if they do this Cooper uh, Chrome flank. You know, there's not many comms there. Although, yeah, they're very loud people. They actually in group fights. They don't really, they don't give the call outs and things. Which I mean, you might some people might like that, but I think if you're not having a whole flank that doesn't communicate that well, that might be an issue. We see.
Yeah,
We may
I
see a few
mean,
backstabs from the waiver
right.
wise coming from that side.
Speaking of that,
Chrome. Go ahead, Boneboy.
do we have a prediction of which team we think is going to do more TKs tonight?
Have more team kills.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great question.
I'm definitely going with the Sound Tigers.
All right.
I think I'm going to go with the Sound Tigers as well.
Yeah.
But however, let's go before the game starts with some predictions. I think.
Yeah.
For me, I think this is a pretty difficult one to say who I think is going to win, but I'm actually kind of inclined to think that the Connecticut Sound Tigers are going to win, but I'm going to lock in a 15-12 for the Connecticut Sound Tigers.
Mm. I
I
do like
think,
close matches.
yeah,
This
I
is
think
going to
it,
be a close fight for sure.
I think it'll be
All
real
right.
close. I'm gonna
So
go 15-11 Sound
So
Tigers.
so balance has been set to 26.
that is
Huge.
crazy.
That's a lot of
I'm not sure
guys.
if I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get everybody in, but just off first glance at the Connecticut Sound Tigers, we're seeing a Perk Ryan flank with Cooper also somewhere kind of levitating over there. And then we also see Mappin on the far left. I don't think
I'm
Boober is
looking at the wrong
spawned in.
side.
Neither is Chrome spawned in. But definitely some people there. I am just interested to see that. For the waiver wires, looking at their left flank, it's a Power, Bushline, Highlander, and Wooster Spicy Paper. That is a good that is a good team to play against.
That is going to be a really. I think I'm going to park myself over here. Watch more of that.
Yeah.
Definitely parking
They're still
myself
just.
over on the left side for the
I think
waiver
they're gonna have to
wires.
do a re-rotate. We've had some
There's
couple
yeah.
crashes.
There's one thing
So
I noticed. Once you load into these new maps for the first time, you do seem to crash. I've noticed that.
Did you crash?
I did crash
yeah,
because it's the first time I've loaded into this map.
seriously, where
This is
I
a nice
think that
map.
this game is gonna be won is in the middle, like without a doubt. I'm looking at the waiver wires middle. Sure, they don't have 4 to 5 people in on their team, but you compare it across what the Connecticut Sound Tigers have. Sound Tigers have a scary mid. Like No
Oh,
doubt about it.
oh.
They're setting up downs right now. See
Oh
that?
my
If you look at
goodness.
them. They're getting
Taylor
ready.
Swift's
They're
in
going
there.
all in.
I think Vaz kind of leading them.
Oh my god, high mid
Yeah,
fringe.
You
Vaz
smuggle,
definitely taking
you
over
smug
the middle,
lobster
which
and
is smart.
cheese.
But I think Vaz going to be playing more towards the
I
connector,
can't hear you.
I don't know. The left
which is fine.
side. Actually, the left side has Boobert map pin.
Hey, God, we're gonna get bullied
So,
over here.
That's not
This
We're
is
gonna
kind of
get bullied over
interesting.
here.
Gert and Va are both taking more of a connector role on the Connecticut Sound
And
Tigers.
then they get scared and
The
leave.
entire mid
think
is in
that's okay.
between the two.
I'll run them over with
Interesting.
trains.
Now, if that's more so that they can see more and try to help their flanks, sure. I was more so thinking that they're gonna plop at least one of them dead mid to anchor it down.
But if you don't pop one of them, you pop two of them nearby. Is it a similar
Well,
effect?
they're on
maybe?
opposite they're on opposite sides of the line, so they can truly see a lot of the fight for how it is. So I think possibly maybe a strat with this is they're trying to get more eyes everywhere and just try to coach the guys while they try to go eat the connectors. But 'cause they're both great players. But
Mhm.
Maybe we'll rotate. Anyway.
So I think the first
also
map
just
for the match will probably be this one, right? If people load in.
yes. So just a quick shout out to Ed. He spent a lot of time making all these maps, and you can see that this one's pretty cool with the huge billboard and all that stuff.
Shout out to Ed. I think his bounty's at $20.
Hubert saying Chrome and Dark Gods games are broken.
Ooh.
It's
That's
on
his
the rotate.
round one pick.
His round one pick is the game's not working.
The thing is, with these rotates, he's gonna have to. They're just gonna have to miss the first round. That's how it works. Like anything he rotates, it will recrash. I'm not sure what's going on with the maps. It's happening to a lot of people.
Oh, that's tough if it's happening to Chrome. Because,
Yeah.
you know,
It'll
he
probably
picked him
be right-
first.
It'll be a round without Chrome probably coming in.
I'm actually really liking what I'm seeing from Grumbler's mid here. He's got Ghost Army, Hunter, Earn 7, Chi-Ra, Wu, Charles, and Train Boy. None of them, in my opinion, are superstars by no means. But those are guys who have been group fighting for a while, and they know how to do it. So I think that they could survive whatever is thrown up against them. So it's gonna be interesting to see what this core group in Grumbler's mid is able to do. But it's looking like the waiver wire's right flank is going to be Ed, Aries, Give Up.
Hmm.
And again, that other
Interesting.
side is Power, Bushline, Highlander.
I think my games might have crashed.
If you're not loading, yeah, you'll need to have to restart your game.
Oh, it
Your
did.
game crashed?
Yeah, it's doing a thing. Like that's what's happening.
Here, if you just want to, you can do
Stream
it in
my
your
screen.
OBS. You can stream my screen. So, just to get people into the server, they're going to be doing a void round.
All right.
But again, this waiver wire's flank is Power, Bush, Highlander, Booster, Spicy Paper. Grumbler's team has some good studs and some nice spots. I'm excited to see how they do.
Happy on that. I like it.
Without Gert and Va in their dead center, I'm looking at the Sound Tigers mid, and I'm a little anxious about it, to be honest with you. Grumblers, I think the base players that Grumbler has in his mid just definitely outclass the guys in the Connecticut. I might be far off with my prediction.
Okay, well, that is the void round for it. Yep, look, there comes everyone in now. 24v24.
Boy,
25.
were you able to get back in the server?
I am in the server.
You're in this server? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so like Robo just said, we're up to our balance of 26 versus 26. In a moment here, everybody's going to be falling into their spots. And so again, we'll go through the waiver wires lineup real quick. We have Ed, Arya, Grumbler, Give Up, and Alpha Star. It's a mean side. The other side, we've got Sunk on 1 next to Power, Bushline, Highlander, Wooster. Sunk is quite a good dueler, but his group fighting, he's still very inexperienced with group fighting. So I'm assuming Power is going to be baiting him to just take a 1v1 with Waivers across. Going over to the Sound Tigers, that is going to be Perk, Ryan, Cooper, Va, and Random KC. Frube might be scooting over next to Va. We'll see. On the left side of the Connecticut Sound Tigers, we've got Boobert, Mappin, Chrome, a couple SBAT players.
That is Duncan, Schmidty,
and Milos.
Milos. Yep. I'm surprised that Robert and Perk aren't playing with Jordan. Pick for the
Pick on the left side. 2 picks on left side.
Very went hard
Sound
left.
Tigers win the left. Their other flank is holding, but they're
Continuing to
crushing in the
push
left side.
Oh, it's a run over.
Sound
it's a
Tigers
run
are
over.
destroying the left. Their right side is starting to falter a little bit.
The right side's almost down. It's gone.
They should have numbers here, and they should be
do.
able to regroup much quicker.
And
Gotta
then
get a
kills
couple of
goes on it.
backstabs. Have superb numbers over the waiver wires right now.
Yep.
It will be a Connecticut Sound Tiger round.
It's a
unless Chiro
1v.
No, it's a 0v10.
It's
But
Okay, so the first thing I really want to note
They
is
both
that
got a
Connecticut
round?
Sound Tigers on, well, it was the Void round.
okay.
It's 1-0 Sound Tigers. The left side of the Connecticut Sound Tigers of the Boobert, Map, and Chrome just got 2 picks off the line, and they were able to go in there. But them just eliminating the flank allowed the EU SBAC guys to just crash in, and you can see Schmady with 3 kills and 4 assists off of 1 round.
that's just crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Their right flank of Perk, Ryan, Cooper, and Va, they did their job perfectly. They just held. Their left flank was crushing. All they had to do is stay alive, wait for those guys to clean up the mid, then try to get some backstabs. They did end up going down, but they bought extremely valuable time for the rest of the Sound Tigers. But, you know, when you lose one part of the line, like how the waiver wires did, it's very tough to come back from it.
Let's see if we get a repeat.
Ed, Arya, and Grumbler being a bit more passive. Grumbler gets the opening pick and Chrome.
The first pick.
Sound
Watch
Tigers
Wait,
now
another.
pushing in the right flank.
Yeah.
But the left con has one again for the Sound Tigers.
It's broken
Sound
into
Tigers are
3 different
very split
melees.
right now.
Oh,
Yep, they're very split. If they could try to get a
They
couple
need to
kills
regroup
here and
here.
regroup.
It looks like
Yep,
they
Still
they're going
quite
for a
even.
regroup.
Sound
Waiver
Tigers
wires
have
need to
one.
push that right side, try to save those guys.
Actually, the
Get a
bad,
refrag.
bad.
I think Sound Tigers have numbers here.
I think it's very
Might be
close.
even.
Whoever gets killing Ed, that's big.
Uber gets 2.
Yeah,
Their
Sound
right
Tigers-
side just wins that open melee. Ghost
Tiger,
going down
sure.
from a backstab.
Sound Tiger
That's,
5-1. Sorry, spicy paper.
that's over.
That was just stellar play from Boober.
That was
You know,
great open melee.
We saw it off the line where they're able in that first round to just crush a side and then it turns everything else, and we just saw like a condensed version of like a line play happen in that open melee, and Boober did the exact same thing. He's up to 5-0 right now.
Ugh.
Emmy Boy with 4 kills as well. Where I was saying, and Chi-Ra with 3 and 2.
Blubber
You guys
Lover.
have told you to look for.
That's a 2B member. I'm not sure who the Blubber Lover is. He is 2B. He's 4-0 as well.
I think it would be nice to possibly see if the waiver wires mid could start getting aggressive here. I think that they have better players than what the Sound Tigers have across in that dead mid. You know, we're in free roam, so we can see everything and see everybody's names, but they have to understand that their flanks are starting to falter, so they need to come up somewhere else. So if that's moving a player around, so be it.
Yep.
We saw a flank swap from the waiver
First
wires.
pick on the left.
Sound Tigers win the right convincingly.
Yeah, but the waiver wires, that left con is able to bounce back. This is looking like it might be
struggling
a
to
waiver
kill
wires
Ed.
round. They've
They're
got some
struggling to
backstabs
kill
coming
Ed.
in.
I mean,
Mm,
this could be a cleanup. This could be a revivable round from the Sound Tigers.
I
Perfect
think Sound
regrouping.
Tigers
If they
get
do a good
this.
regroup, that's a good regroup.
They just kill the one, which they do it.
They're gonna
Oh,
wait
this-
a little bit, maybe. Those guys in.
Perfect
That
regrouping.
right side is just kiting so that those 3 in the back can get up there.
Oh,
Wow.
there's a TK by Jake.
Sound
But they
Tigers
still
just
win it.
yeah. We're seeing some great open. They're up 3-0, and these past 2 rounds have been won in the open melee. The waiver wires, their left con, the left flank faltered for a second, but the left con was able to get in there, but they weren't able to clean up these like onesies and twosies guys. The Sound Tigers right flank side was able to regroup together, and they were able to get out and regroup with the rest of the guys.
It was really, really poor open melee from Waiver Wires as much as it was really good open melee from the Sound Tigers, because there's a group of about 8 Waiver Wires who just let the free left on the Sound Tigers right flank regroup.
I think the issue with the waiver wires right now is they don't have enough of their higher end players alive for that open melee. A lot
Yeah,
of them are dying off the line play because the Sound Tigers have some really good synergy. It looks like, but
So
Arya has
it's
died off the
strange.
line
It's
all
strange that
3
you say that.
rounds.
The Sound Tigers are also leading the game with their most TKs.
Put Ed on
Yeah.
2 now, Arya on 1, the English Cooper. Looks like
waiver
this
wires
will be
are
the
winning
waiver-
that right flank.
They're
Right.
up by
They're winning
5.
the left flank too.
They won
And
the
then
left.
mid
This is
is
a waiver
winning.
wires round. This is a waiver wires. 100%.
Yep, looks like it.
It
Unless
looks like it unless they regroup. But
no,
the
it's
regroup,
how Waiver Wires round. But
yeah,
that was a needed run for them. Whoever goes down.
Yeah, to stop
Big
the
one.
momentum of the Sound Tigers.
could they still do it?
We're seeing Sam,
No.
5051. This is the second round now where I've seen him as like one of the last guys alive, and it's taking a couple seconds to kill him. From a well-oiled group fighting team, if there's somewhat of a number advantage on your team, it's just one guy, the guy should be dead in less than 2 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe by the end of the season, we'll be able to see some better synergy, but Sam is just doing a great job surviving.
Robert is on 19 blocks in
Agreed.
4 rounds. Which is quite impressive.
Yeah,
Which line
the
of
waiver wires left flank of Arya, Ed, and Grumbler and Give Up, they just demolished that
They
round.
did. We
They
needed
they
that.
showed the flank power that they do have. These past couple rounds it hasn't been that strong, but I think they might be starting to find their groove. That's a very big momentum round. Not letting the Sound Tigers run away with the score. They just slammed them.
Yep. Good on them.
Sunk is still taking that duel out there. Power is just using that to buy some more space.
Yeah, it's very
Waiver wires are
strange.
getting picks on the left flank.
Yeah.
Waiver wires win the left flank again. That left con needs to go in. Start pushing those guys.
Holding ahead, but it's not going to be enough as the Waiver Wires are high up in numbers.
But they're regrouping.
Seen some team kills here.
This could be a Waiver
Sound
Wire.
Tigers could get
Tigers
Sound Tigers
round.
could get this.
Yeah.
If they're cleaning up really well, this could be a Sound Tigers round
Yeah,
after.
this is Sound Tigers.
It's still
Wow.
It's not. I wouldn't say that. Definitely, yeah.
it's still even.
It's
It's still
Sound
even.
Tigers. They've got this.
4v7.
Oh no.
Nah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
There it is. It's a
That
Sound
was
Tigers round.
impressive open melee.
Okay, so that was
Excellent.
really great open melee from the Sound Tigers, and we're seeing that that's like one of their main strengths that they have. But the waiver wires completely missed an opportunity. Their left flank crushed the opposing flank, but their left connector, even though the guys on the left have already killed all their opponents, they're sitting there playing this like poking game. They need to just jump in there because that's going to allow the flank players to get backstabs or possibly get to the mid. The Sound Tigers got the call out that, their right flank lost. So what did they do on the left side? They just pushed their W key into their desk. That's what that left con needed to do. Those couple seconds there, you're missing out on possible kills. And in that open melee, if they have the numbers advantage, they win it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will say, the only issue with the Sound Tigers is the Waiver Wires have 4 TKs in total, and the Sound Tigers are on 9. And 9 TKs in 5 rounds is
And they're kind
concerning.
of split. They're kind of split up. We're seeing some guys with 2, but you know, it's
Oh, there's a
That's
premature
still
jump
concerning.
forward.
let's see if this waiver wires left flank can do it again for the 3rd round in a row.
They
Sound
pull
Tiger's
away
left
for the
flank
one.
pushing incredibly hard. They're faltering a little bit. Nope, Chrome gets a kill. He's not going to go backstab. He's going to go help Boobert. I think he goes for kills.
I think that
this
was the
time.
bad idea. Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah.
I think you should have went for the backstabs. Although this could be a nice cleanup again. Sound
I
Tigers
think
need
I
to
know
kill the
who's
one
gonna
here.
win.
I think it's
Yeah, waiver wires have got this. I mean, they just have pure numbers
they
advantage.
kill the one. They can't kill the one. Highlander has been on a 1v2 all round and they've not been able to kill him.
That's
Sam
how-
finally gets the stab. Howard just straight stabbing Boobert.
I'm in the drawing it out.
4-2.
Good on
Sam
them.
is still the last one alive. Trying to survive. That's very impressive. I want to touch on the NO16. Highlander and Sam both are kind of proving to be some great players. Even though if their stats might not be saying that right now, we just saw in the same round both of them are just surviving. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you think of the NO16, you don't really think of like super strong melee players, but they're bringing their regiment's name up.
Yeah. 6 rounds in, I think it's
Yeah.
time for our first fraud watch.
I'll give him a shout out too then.
So
think-
for Fraud Watch,
Be one from each team, let's say.
I can't really see somebody on Sound
Ryan,
Tigers per se
Ryan
being.
possibly.
Oh
Put
yeah,
5 and 3
Ryan.
blocks.
You know, I see Ryan in pickups especially. He takes a lot of these like very like
I don't think Ryan
uneven
cheats.
spots. He takes these
he's
uneven
backing
spots
right
where
now.
he gets destroyed, and
Yeah.
he's sacrificing his stats for the team, which is rough. Sound Tigers are again pushing really hard on that waiver wires right
Ooh.
flank. They're seeing some good open melee here. They're kind of starting to crash into the mid. Their
Sound
other
Tigers
flank
right flank
wins.
has one
It's
though.
still
That's-
kind of
Depending on how
even.
many backstabs. it
Sound
looks like
Tigers
I think-
got this.
I think
Sound Tigers got
Tigers
this. They just can't send too many guys off to that one.
Perk's going off to
Oh.
do with the one.
Not
Yeah.
fully over yet, actually. They need to be careful here.
They've got this.
I think they have it now.
I get the call out. Yeah.
Yep, they
Yeah.
got this.
Although Chiro is surviving, but I don't know. 9-5,
So
Chiro,
one
very
man
impressive.
left.
First ever NA HDL game. 9-6 now, but still.
Chiro is doing great. So one thing I want to touch on from 2 rounds ago is when Chrome went to go help Boobert. Let's say you're playing in like a 10 versus 10 or 12 versus 12 group fight, like how RGL is. You want to go help your guy in the flank because typically the guys in the flank are going to be the better players. So it's fine if you guys are going to end up being in a 2v3. You know what I mean? Because the smaller group fight. But I think this should go across for all HDL players. If you have an opportunity to go get backstabs and kill people, don't go help your friends. We're looking at a 26 versus 26 group fight. This is
Kills
all
better.
about
Backstabs.
numbers advantage.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if it's, let's say, our Ed, Ares, Highlander alive. If it's a 4 versus 10, they're not winning. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You have to go for frags, man.
What I will say is, Thunk, who is 0-7 on the far right, has got the tied most blocks. I'm not sure what's going on. I think he is just
You said
holding
Sunk?
mapping and Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Holding
Sunk
map
is
and
just
1v1.
Sunk is just taking duels, and he can survive, but he's not going to kill them. So they're legitimately just sacrificing Sunk.
Yep. He has your three mappings going out to 1v1 him.
Happens every time.
You know, but is it really worthwhile for Mappin to be stuck on Sunk for an extended period of time?
Well, he just
It's
kills
just-
him.
Seeing the
Yeah.
Sound Tiger, seeing the Sound Tigers winning this left side, they see a couple team kills.
Waiver wise have won the right convincingly.
Wait, yeah,
It
they,
was
Still
they
even, it's
Sound
still
Tigers need
even.
to regroup. This is pretty even.
Waiver
They
wise
got to
only
stick
one or
together as a
two.
line. Ed and Ghost Army getting a
Get
pick.
their pick.
No,
They
it's
need
an
to kill that
unlucky
one guy
hit.
quick.
Unlucky hit from Chrome.
They need to
He's
kill. They
surviving.
need to kill these solos. Ed gets backstab. No call out. That's just poor teamwork.
Ooh. I don't know.
We're gonna see another regroup.
66,
We're gonna see another regroup.
66.
It's still pretty even.
Give up on the left side, trying to be aggressive.
That
Can
was
see
the
if you
first
want Gert.
pick.
Give up, still
Give up.
going. He's just W king.
The waivers.
They need to get the ult
I'm
down.
going for the waivers.
Hex and Anchor, you need to get the ult down.
They need to kill this one guy. Right. That's
Five
not
of
good.
one surviving again. guys to kill.
Oh, this is really hard to film.
If Sam takes one with him here,
If Sam takes one more out here, that is MV.
That's
Oh,
No.
but see
As long as
these
you don't-
three. Okay, we've
Oh,
got from the Connecticut
dude.
Tigers, Hex, Dova Bear, and Anchor.
This
That
is
is not who
close.
you want left. You are going against
although
Give Up.
yeah, Anchor
Hey,
is a
Give Up-
decent Euro, but he's never
Yeah,
really played
but
any.
Give Up is just gonna win this for the waiver wires right here.
We'll
He
see.
he just outclasses everybody here.
This is true, but we can. He might. You never know. TK
You
could
never
happen.
know.
Gets the
Oh,
kill
give
on
a
the
kill,
first
but
one.
Hayes gets one.
He gets
Oh,
the other one.
Give Up
Is Give Up gonna get the
secures it.
third? He's gonna get the third.
Oh!
He gets hit!
Oh!
Nice. Hex punch him. I'll give you £10.
If Give Up loses this, King Monkey is better.
One hit.
Oh!
Give Up screaming, as in traditional Give Up fashion, but again,
Beautiful.
I was saying earlier, the numbers advantage is extremely important, but when it does come down to these like 4v4 situations, whoever has the best player, they're winning. And Give Up secures every single kill there. He did take a hit, which personally I think should have killed him. Didn't really seem like that crazy of a drag. But the one thing I do want to note, it's nice watching an HDL game where the last three guys alive aren't an A-team 60 like Mappin, Fires, or Equal,
love
or it's
that.
not
Yes.
Power, Adam, or Ryan. It's not like the best of the best guys alive.
Yeah.
We saw Dova Bear alive, Hex.
Anchor.
You say, yeah, Anchor for example.
Keisha,
And
like
these guys, they know how to melee. Are they as good as like the 63 18 caliber guys? No, but they still know how to try to get this stuff done. And like, this is the best thing about HDL. You get to see a lot of these guys who typically never play in regimental group fights, or they're at the bottom of the barrel of pickups, but they're actually able to like be competitive.
I agree.
Sunken Mappin still taking this 1v1. Let's see if Boober can get this kill on Power.
And
Boober and Chrome.
it looks like
Power
Mampin's just
just let
securing
him
that
go.
win every time.
Power is just letting Boober get the backstab and
Chrome
bushline.
goes down. Chrome goes down. Power's still
That's
holding
unfair, man.
Boober.
It's a sad
Yeah,
target
it's- Okay, that's just a mo. Plain and simple mo.
Oof. Rip.
Not sure what Power game
So-
plan was there.
The score for everybody at home, it is currently 6-3 in favor of the Connecticut Sound Tigers.
Or was a wide round?
We have a
Yeah.
live updated score, actually, on the stream.
Here's the thing. Emmy Boy is currently 15-6. I traded him off my team for my main man Bucket. Bucket, you better play pretty well in the next match, or else I'm gonna be pretty upset with myself. Sam 5051 showing out.
His watch
He
begins.
doesn't. He has 11 assists, but he's just surviving. That's the biggest thing. We look at the waiver wires. It's a pretty even kill distribution outside of Give
from
Up.
Alpha Star over, you're
But
switching
you
your
know,
stabs.
you're seeing so many 4s and so many 5s.
So
In that
down,
mid tier
up,
of their
down, up.
Give Up organizing the waiver wires with
I
up downs
will
off the line.
Point out that Emmy Boy, who is an interesting watch, as for the NAs who don't know, recently he has been banned from EU competitive for a year. He's been
Who?
suspended for a year. Emmy Boy.
Oh.
He's
Well,
been
thank God
because
he's
for-
not. Thank God he's not banned from NA comp. He's able to go out here and help the Sound Tigers get a win.
So he's also banned from Holdfast Cavalry. EU Holdfast Cavalry. So
What'd he do?
This is all he has. Any melee is all he has,
Did he
and
cheat
so
or
he'll be
something?
trying to prove a point. It's a long story. I'm not gonna get into it on the stream.
Alright, fair enough.
So
I'm not sure who Blubber Lover is. I want to say that might be Duncan on this Connecticut Sound Tigers, but
If it's
I
an
mean,
extra
well,
logo, it's Duncan.
I don't know who it is.
Oh, that
Hey,
blubber
this
lover.
waiver wires are pushing through the middle, but they get stuffed. Sound Tigers are able
Oh.
to bounce back and kill those divers.
Yep.
Sound Tigers win their right flank. They're starting to crash
And
in.
the left
This
flank.
is just another mo. It's just another mo. I'm really seeing the Sound Tigers here are really like finding their step as a team. These past couple rounds, nothing has gone wrong. And one thing that was really nice to see, I believe it was Emmy Boy, Dova Bear, and Sage, and maybe Anchor. They got dived on, and they had to back up. But when they backed up, they coordinated up downs on those divers and just eliminated them. If those divers got through behind them or were able to get kills on them, that round might have been a bit of a different story in the
So-
mid. But
Yeah, that blubber lover guy is Connell. which is fucking
Connell.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. He is fucking what, 14-4?
14-4. You know, the one thing about HDL is
That's
it's a
good.
26 versus 26. There's so many kills in so many different positions. And, you know, you look at Ares, Ed, and, you know, we also look at Power and Bushline. They're some of the best players, you know, on NA. They were drafted high up there, but they're playing against other best players. So where a lot of these like kills in these games are decided is like the mid-tier players of each team. Who's gonna have the better depth?
Oh, with the opening picking crazy.
Sound Tigers are pushing up in the mid. They're backing up. The waiver wires. Gubsy goes down in a pick.
Nice kill from Schmidty.
Waiver wires win.
Tigers.
Waiver wires win their left flank. If they're able to regroup here and try to get some kills, they have a number
They
disadvantage.
regroup?
English power. Yeah, that's in our Sound Tigers round. Gonna be 8-3 after this round, most likely.
One of them gets straight stabbed.
Oh,
They're slowly but surely falling.
and fastly.
Yeah. The one thing, like, if you know you're at a numbers disadvantage and it's this open melee, I get your first instinct is to regroup, but in you regrouping, you're allowing the team that has the numbers advantage to also regroup.
Wow.
You maybe want to try to have somebody who's dead, press tab, look at the scoreboard, and or just like go in free roam and see, okay, you guys are obviously down. Just give the call out to dive. It might not work, but you might be able to just get some like a quick 3-4 kills without losing a guy, and then it's
Alright, y'all
more
are back
balanced.
to
You know what I
normal
mean?
again.
You have a higher possibility of winning it. But if you just stand there and you let the enemy team who has a clear numbers advantage on you regroup, it's a loss. No way. No way you win that.
Before the next match starts, Paprika, why did you pick your team name, or did you pick your team name?
I did pick my team name. I am in love with like anything fantasy, especially like medieval fantasy, like the Aragon books, Game of Thrones, like all those TV shows. I absolutely eat it up, and I just thought it'd be cool to make a team of the Night's Watch, like some guys who come across all of the realm, I guess we could say all of the regiments of Holdfast, and they just band a team together. You know, it's like their own army. So
Yeah.
just thought it was fitting for HDL.
I don't know.
Emmy Boy currently 22-6. I would not be surprised if I open up the
With
co-captain's
six blocks.
chat with people on my team and I'm getting flamed. Would not be surprised. Bucket, you have a lot to live up to. Sunk is still taking this duel with Mappin.
Yep.
Bushline is seeing a
Sound
kill.
Tiger, 5 picks off the line, 6 picks, 7 picks. Finally, some right picks, but it's probably ain't gonna be enough.
That left con of the Sound Tigers left mid just
Is
W.
so strong.
Nice kill by Big Scoot.
You know, you're seeing Power, Sunk, and Bush. They're getting kills.
They really
You know
are
what I mean? They're getting
tigers, dude. They just pounce on
It-
any weakness.
Absolutely, but with Power, Bush, and Sunk, like they're seeing kills. They might win their flank, but them being on that island just opens up just the swarm of the Sound Tigers to go in and just crash down.
Yeah. But
You know,
anyone
if
had
I go ahead,
Yeah.
Robo.
that NR9 member Steam Deck user making tiger noises at the end of that round.
Yeah,
Found that pretty funny.
I believe his name is Space. He's the leader, one of the leaders of the RPA. Smaller regiment, but they're trying to get into melee, so it's nice to see those guys also in the league. But you know, if I was Grumbler here, you're currently down 9-3. You've got a plan. You've got a lineup. It's not working. This is week 1 where you can still kind of like test some things out. I would swap people in all these different spots. Maybe put Power in the mid. Go put some duelers on the right flank and just tell them to kite or something like that. You know, whatever they're doing isn't quite working in their favor. It's time to swap it up. Sound Tigers, they just got to keep playing their game. They're just cruising right now. Cruising to a quick dub. It's Space Robo.
Base.
Spicy Paper and Ed getting picks. Okay, we just see 4 picks from the Sound Tigers. So answer back from the waivers. Kind of even here. They need to regroup. Both teams need to regroup. Waiver wires are losing on their right side, but they're winning
the
on their
left.
left. Are they able
Yes.
to? Oh, that was a tough.
I think the
tough
side
loss.
tigers might be slightly up.
Yeah,
Nothing
but
major. They take these backstabs. They got unlucky hit.
they need to kill. They need to kill Boober. They need to kill Boober right now. Crazy about to get backstabbed. Somebody
Robert
gives him a call. He
surviving.
gets it.
Robert
Wow.
gets the kill on Ghost Army.
Dr.
Finally
Wanko
goes down.
deletes Boober.
It's not gonna be enough. Oh,
See-
10, 3.
I get it.
He's screaming.
He's
I love
screaming.
this guy.
Boober is an incredible player. He can survive anything. He's just an impeccable blocker. Former TR Fusilier. But you know, from the waiver wires, you have 3 guys on 1 dude. I don't really care if it's Zoft or anything like that. 3 people should be able to take out 1 guy. You know what I mean? But it is week 1. They're still learning how to play with each other.
You're right, 100%.
I
3
killed
guys
that
should be
dude
able to take out
downstairs.
1.
Ghost Army dropping 18 kills and he's got 12 deaths. Another one of my sleepers that I was talking about. Emmy Boy 24 and 7. Looks like I was fucking nailing the spot in both of those. You know, the one thing in the past seasons, Robo, I don't know if you've done this as a captain, but as the league goes through, you look back at the draft board and you just sit and kick yourself for not drafting one of these like
Yeah.
hidden gems. You know, I did have Ghost Army on my board, but fell before
I had that
could
as
get it.
well, but I thought he went mid there, to be honest.
Sound Tiger's getting a pick on the left flank.
I'm wrong.
Power gets a backstab.
Power's
Power's
doing the
surviving.
loop-de-loop.
He gets a hit on Boober, kills another one. Power masterclass
Oh.
round. Masterclass round from
Just
Power.
won a round.
Another kill.
Power, awesome.
Most likely just won the round for the waiver wires. That is what Power can do. He just is.
Yeah. And he
Power
sets
is
up
on
another
a
kill at the end
percent
there. Chrome holding. He gets another kill. He goes down.
They
That was
have
a good kill
win
to get.
this. If they don't win
Waiver
this,
wires need to push that left. They need to push that left. They just need to stop holding up downs and they just need to throw bodies. Throw bodies right now. Go in there.
you have the numbers advantage. Use it.
Yes. Okay, we're seeing some good up downs from the waiver wires. So about 4 Sound Tigers left. Another one goes down. Some
Excellent
some
triangles.
very good triangles and up downs. Exactly. That was probably some of the best like teamwork we've seen from the waiver wires in any open melee so far.
That's true.
That was
Power
really
just-
good, but
Great round by Power. Power just
Yeah,
had save on the round.
they won that round because of Power.
That's
Just incredible gameplay from him. You know, it's when you start talking about why these guys get drafted so high on the board, Howard just showed everybody why. You know what I mean? Like he just confirmed it for everybody. So they've removed Sunk from their right flank, as Sunk is now in almost the dead mid, playing next to Gubsy.
finally
Um,
getting the
J-
shells. He's on the board.
Jacob T is like the anchor of the waiver wires mid, and he is currently
5 and 12.
Yeah,
It's not
baby.
working.
That's what I'm talking
Great.
about.
well. That's the
It
tough
tastes
thing.
like fucking
You know, he's
Gatorade.
doesn't have a lot of support next to him. He is a player where he can go get kills, but you know, if everybody to his
Yeah.
left and right are just falling.
Yeah. I
No
don't
way.
understand that, but at the same time,
Let's see
if
if
you're
we
Jacob
can-
T after 14 rounds, you expect to have more than 8 blocks.
Can Power pull it off for his round? Nope.
Waiver wires are going down on their left flank, but they're winning on their right. Not quite. Their mid just keeps backing up.
Nope. They've lost on both sides.
These guys need to regroup though. They're doing silly stuff.
AGS Charles seeing some kills here.
I'm coming
Might
to
get
save you,
backstabbed.
Pookie!
It's a call out.
Fucking stream deck user, dude. He's too funny.
Now he's meowing. He's trying to punch.
How about
You know,
your pick, this guy?
Out of all people to be on Boobert's team, I'm happy he's on Boobert's team. I think
He belongs.
I think Steam Deck user Space, which I believe his name is, belongs on either Boober or Rave's team, where you know they're just gonna hype him up for that.
I hope he's playing this
he's-
all on the Steam Deck.
I don't know if I don't think so, but he is going 8 and 9 with 8 assists and 17 blocks from a lower tier pick. That is good performance. He's not, you know, just getting destroyed.
Yep.
We're seeing Ghost from the Connecticut Sound Tigers only 8 and 8. He was taken close to the top end, kind of like that first middle area. Might want to see some more kills out of him. X is doing quite well, 15 and 10. Connell, 17 and 6, pretty similar to what he was earlier. Schmady, 21 and 12, good plays for him. Emmy Boy, 27 and 8. Sam, 21 and 8. Oh, studs. Sound Tigers are being aggressive on the left side, seeing some kills. Sound Tigers win the left flank.
Seems they've swapped their sides.
Waiver Wires are trying to win their left flank. I think they might get it. They just need to get these up downs. Who is holding them? Ryan is just surviving.
Crazy.
That's what he does,
And if
dude. He's like a
look at-
cockroach.
That's the kill. Team,
Ryan is 11 and 13, but
Tigers.
he's doing those things for his team.
Twin Tigers are up, but that's nice picks. From Waiver
Sound
Wires.
Tigers are going in. Gubsy almost gets a backstab on Mappin.
Looks like Waiver Wires are going to win this round.
They might.
Gubsy holding Mappin.
Mapping is
They
the
might.
one.
It's still up in the air.
Gubsy might get backstabbed. He goes down.
It's going to be a closer round to get the one here.
Ares needs to try to get out. They need to run for
Kill
this.
Ares, and this is winnable.
Yeah, I don't know why they took this fight. Oh,
Someone give the call out.
Jacob T's
he
coming
gets a-
in. That should have
Mapping
been.
gets a hit. Yeah.
That should have
Nah, it was quite a long drag. so
Ares
it's-
goes down.
Wow,
Jacob T
oh,
gets the
you did not
kill
go for a punch there,
on
Mappin.
Mappin.
You did not go for a punch there. That's a no.
He lost that
Be
because he
careful
went
these
for a punch.
backstabs.
Massive by Sam.
Madbox securing a kill, going to help Jacob T. He goes down.
Connell and Sam. Against Spicy Paper and Jacob T.
Oh,
Connell
he goes
versus
down.
Spicy Paper.
Spicy paper wins.
Connell has aura.
Does. Spicy paper. Oh, almost had it on him there. Side
He
block.
gets the third.
Uh,
No.
There we go. Spicy paper just securing the final kill on Connell. Grumbler has been raving about Spicy Paper, just talking about how excited he is to have that guy on his team. And there he goes, winning a clutch 1v1 to, I'm not sure the waiver wires are going to be able to mount a comeback, but if they are, that was absolutely needed.
They
from
are
Spicy
down by
Paper.
6. We're looking at
But-
11-5.
Yeah, that's much better than 12-4 though.
But seriously, Robo and Bone Boy, Sam 5051.
It's
Like,
MVP for me of this
Yeah.
match so far.
the MVP of this match for sure. Survivability, open melee, line play. Like, he is checking every single box, and he's just showing himself to be a demon. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see.
Do you know when he was picked?
That's what I'm going to look at right now.
I guess around 10ish.
Sam 505 was picked in the 11th round. He was
In the
picked with likes
11th
of-
round?
11th round.
Well,
I think that's
He was picked in the
Wow.
likes of Commando Sim, Siege, Dragon God, Los, and Radioactive Goat Milk. Stellar
Crazy.
performance from him. Uncle gets a pick. That's probably Duncan
yeah,
or
that's,
Milos.
that's Duncan.
That is
Waiver wires get
really
some more,
good
but
for an
the
11th
cover-
Right.
Waiver wires are answering back. AGS Charles landing a good hit. Oh, he almost had the swap on
Looks pretty
Sam
even.
5051.
Waiver wires might
Earn
be up
7
a little bit.
securing a kill. Earn 7 holding Sam and Hex. He might get backstabbed here. It's just unfortunate.
Get the kill
Waiver
here.
wires have superb numerical
Oh, Chamber's
advantage.
gonna get some backstabs. Yep.
Yep.
11-6 now.
Trainboy playing smart, holding stabs, helping his teammates.
Well, we all know
Waiver
who
wires.
wins this round.
Yep.
I did forget
Yeah.
to point out in the 1v1 round where Spicy Paper won the 1v1, Mappin tries to punch Jacob T to death, which is a ridiculous thing to do in a 4v4. Like, I understand your
You
team
can-
is up, but
But
that
it's
is
You can
Jacob
ask
T.
You can ask the TRR guys. I legitimately bench people in the middle of group fights if they start kicking or start punching people for no reason. You gotta play full speed ahead. There's no point in any time where if you land a hit on somebody, if you get the mindset, oh, I'm just gonna punch him, he's gonna fall over, and it's gonna be harder than blocking a stab. You leave yourself so vulnerable. It's just trolling. That's just what it is. It's just recklessness. So, Earn 7, he held his ground really well there. But at the end there, we just kind of saw like you know, I think he's still relatively new to group fighting, so he was holding his stab, and he was just in a bad situation, but some flashes from him. Some flashes of some good stuff. Waiver wires are seeing a trio of Woot, Sunk, and Gubsy. That is a Nightmare Blunt rotation, if I've ever seen one. Taylor Swift is 13-8. That's an EB pub player.
That's Dark Knight, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Had a solid HDL last year, to be fair to him, but
Give up getting picked by Frube. Frube looking for another one.
even
Just backing
still.
up, playing
Oh, that's
smart.
the T
Connecticut Sound Tigers are pushing that left hard. Connecticut Sound Tigers right
getting
is
cows though. They're not getting the cows, which is the bad thing.
faltering.
It's breaking out into
Waiver wires are
full
winning this
melee.
middle. Waiver wires got this round in the bag.
11-7. This is where you start to get concerned, probably, if you're a Sound Tiger.
Waiver wires, they need to be smart here. No trolling. Nobody else can die for stupid reasons. Woot needs to back up. They need to kill these two guys quick before backstab come in. We see some team kills, but they still have the numerical advantage. They should be fine. It's Sam, Darth Knight, Emmy Boy, and Boobert.
Yeah, this is.
Then goes Dark Knight, then goes Woot.
Dr. Wanko, team
Wanko.
kills Woot.
So we're seeing 11-7 now. This is where you start to, if you're a Sound Tiger, calm down. Not being so confident. Go back to your roots, you know. I'm sure people were being confident past rounds, being up so hard, but this is where you need to just lock back in, because I'm sure a few people, when you're like 11-5, 11-4 up,
Oh, they're doing a little huddle.
lock out a little bit.
And, you know, I don't want to rip on Boobert so much, but he is definitely one to live on the hype train. Hopefully Gert and Va are able to kind of like calm them down so that they can keep playing smart, so that they can play like how they were in the beginning.
Yep.
You don't want to see these guys getting cocky. That is that can be a very damaging thing.
They're both swapping. This is interesting to see.
Are they gonna swap again?
We're seeing a Perk, Ryan, Va, Cooper flank. Va is now playing 3 on the left.
It's a very
Signed up to be a mid player. Corruption.
See how that does. How's the opposite give up? That'll be an interesting joke.
Ryan pushing in, Perk and him getting an up down. Perk goes down.
F winning for the Sound Tigers.
Va gets another one. Va's gonna start mowing down the line.
Right, okay,
He
right
gets
of Sound
3
Tigers is
kills.
to run. This should be a Sound Tigers round, as long as it's
Should
not.
Va on
be.
Jacob T.
They just need to not mess
Va
around.
gets the kill on Jacob T. Again, showing why he was drafted so
Wrong.
high.
Chrome takes one with him. Huge. Chrome
let their-
surviving.
they
Chrome is
split
just
their-
holding.
Unbelievable. Oh, BTKs. But
Chrome
still.
team kills.
No,
BRB
he's
fashion.
taking space.
Oh my goodness!
There they go.
Boobert was able to survive the 3v1.
Yeah, Chrome survived the 1v3.
That was awesome.
Boobert also survived the 1v3.
That
That's
was
the first
Boobert
pick of the
with-
captain.
Boober with
What?
60 blocks. I believe the bet was Reddish and Boobert having a combined 175 blocks.
175? Oh, I thought it was.
I believe it was 175.
Probably was something like that. Yeah, it's like 88 blocks each or something.
Mapping, commenting, Boobert casually winning a 1v5. If there's anybody who's going to do it from the Sound Tigers, it's Boobert.
Boobert.
Robert's
Uber
just a
is
fucking
like-
block merchant. That's the
he's
block,
the-
seriously.
Is that the name of the
He's like,
tiger?
he's like Project Mbappe, but with EU or whatever. He really trained up for a while on EU, and you know maybe
That's
he's
true.
applying some. Maybe he's applying some of the things he learned from the other side of the pond here.
He's in a Russian regiment, which is still baffles me, but
Yeah,
You know.
he's role playing. He wants to be a
Nice.
Russian person so bad.
I don't know, he wants a Russian e-pussy.
Why would you want that?
I'm Russian, but
Why would you want
again,
that?
we're seeing this SBAT EU con of Schmady, Duncan, and Milos.
Oh.
You know, they're EUs, but those guys are all great group fighters, and they've been playing together for a very long time. Detroit Waiver Wire's left side,
Back from
a
Chrome.
little bit more passive.
Back from
Chrome
Yam.
gets go
Back from
down.
Schmede, back from
Uber
Rob,
gets the trap.
back from Schmede,
Yep.
Yam. Back
Schmady and Duncan up, down, and give up.
Sound Tigers are up hard.
That SBAT con mode, they're just mowing down right now.
Mowing.
Oh my God,
And
Sound
he's
Tigers
going
are-
got-
savage.
Yes. you know, for our S-back guys, Schmady is currently 27 and 16 with 20 blocks. I believe he is the best performing one. He has some of the most kills on the team. He's just down on the scoreboard. Try to see where the other guys are at. See them.
Gam is 8 and 15, but you know,
8 and
Gam
15.
isn't probably the worst out of the three.
Yeah, he hasn't played in a while.
Duncan 15 and 13. You know, that's what you expect from Duncan on the
That's
NA.
fine. Yeah, but you know what? Those three, they have one of them who is going almost with a 2 KD. That is worth. You know what I mean? Schmady's just W eats right now. He's door dashing kills to the waiver wires right now.
Those three combined have 50 kills, which from 3 people, you take that 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Gur is playing next to random KC and Steam Deck user. See how he does this round.
Oh, Uncle with a
Goes down. They all three of them just get picked. They're gone. Ghost Army up in there with
a waiver wires round.
Waiver wires.
It's
all
definitely a waiver wires round.
You know, this is one thing to mention from the waiver wires. You know, granted, since this is a 26 versus 26, there's a lot of kills across the board. Gur is 22 and 12, but do you maybe want to put him in a different position where, you know, if his teammates to his left and right, if they just both get picked right off the bat, that he's just not going to get killed for free? Or is this kind of all part of the Sound Tigers plan? You know, you always want to try to keep your best players alive for the open melee, so that's where they can make the difference.
Dart is playing next to Steam Deck user and a random KC right now.
Yeah. Space is hyped up. He is fucking ready. I'm sure Kurt is loving him.
They haven't always been slayed. They were up 1 up. Okay, fair. Waiver, give up with a kill. It looks like Robert's team is up maybe 1 or 2, maybe even now.
Waiver wires are bouncing back on that flank. They're able to get some kills. They're going into the mid. They're sending Grumbler and Chiquisha. Grumbler goes down from Jake. Chiquisha not being able to see any kills.
Pretty close, to be honest. I think
goes down.
Waiver wires may be up, but maybe not. They need to sandwich this left. They need to sandwich.
They're getting caught in between the two. They need a call out. Woo or Gubsy, one of them. I just saw the TR banner just gets backstabbed. No call out, or maybe they didn't react to the call out. Waiver wires go down in this open melee. Nice. They stayed in the middle there.
Jake with the last kill on power.
Right. You know, Grumbler and Chiquisha, they were able to bounce back on that side of the line. And then they went to the mid. Grumbler got 1 kill, but those two could have been the deciding factor in that round, but they just fell. You know? There's little moments in group fights, especially this big, that 1 or 2 people can make all the difference, as we saw in that power round earlier. You know, you really kind of try to need to get the luck of the Irish on your side, but...
Gotta be Irish to have the luck of the Irish.
Power, I don't think Power could do much more than what he's doing right now. 37 and 16, 2.48 impact, but...
He is carrying this team on his back. He's got, I believe, the most blocks on his team.
Most kills.
Third most assists. We'll tie
give up playing lights out right now. I have to give it to him.
Give up playing well. Highlander playing okay.
We just see a pick. Give up gets picked off the line right to say his name.
Give him praise.
Waiver wires are winning their left flank.
Rainbow behind the flank.
Open melee here. They need to crush these guys in that right mid area.
Needs to watch.
Earn 7 getting helping getting a kill. Cooper and Sam on him. He goes down.
This is gonna be a close.
Just have Highlander left.
It's still even.
It's still even. He draws out a team kill. That was huge.
Crazy. Flex, Jira, Grumbler, Arya, Dova Bear, Connell, Duncan, Ruby, and Sam 5051.
Sam goes down. Crazy trades him out.
Ruby, Duncan, Connell, and Dova Bear versus Arya, Grumbler.
Grumbler getting a pick. That was a crazy pick.
Nice
looking for an up down.
Oh, Dova Bear.
It's team killed by Arya. It's team killed. They need to win this up down right here on this right side for Rube. Ares winning
and they
duel.
14-9.
You know, one name we haven't said at all this entire stream is Crazy. Crazy is currently 13 and 19. He did a really nice job getting the trade on Sam there. I want to see where he's playing. So maybe he's just in a really difficult spot.
Yeah, I've not seen Crazy. The only time I've actually mentioned him was when in the fifth round when I said Fraud Watch. He has picked up a little bit, but nothing
Do you see him on
special.
the lineup?
I don't actually. It's 77th.
He's one on the flank with Ares. That is not a
Interesting.
typical place you see Crazy. Crazy is more like maybe a 3-4 on the flank, closer to the connector. But
Yeah.
I think that's Grumbler trying to swap things up and moving people around. It seems Grumbler has really stacked the ever-loving shit out of his right side. Power is playing in the middle next to Wooster. Jacob T is there. Ghost Army is there. Earn 7 is there. Train Boy Jonah, and then Highlander. This trio, Jacob, Wooster, and Power, they're probably eating good right now. You're still seeing the flank of Mappin, Boobert, Chrome with that Espat con.
Yeah.
Other side, you got Perk, Ryan, and Va with Cooper. Jacob
will
T
go
getting
for
a
the
pick on Dova.
But Anchor pre-picks Jacob. Anchor
Booster
got 3
tried
kills this
diving
round.
in.
Anchor 4 kills this round.
Holy cow. Booster tried diving, but he just went down. He had no support from his teammates. Bushline looking for some kills here.
Let's clean up quickly here. Clean up
Sam
quickly.
gets Bush.
There we go. Ed gets out.
Still even.
No,
Sound Tigers have slight number, maybe
nothing
by 1.
gets in. They should be put. Yep, this is what I would expect them to kite the right. Sound Tiger. Crazy goes down to Sage. Sage is behind the line.
Good pit Sage. Oh.
They got another. Sound Tigers are coming back. They're getting picks. Sound Tiger round.
Looks like it will be a Sound Tiger.
Ryan with the TK.
If it's can Ed do something special?
When Ed boosts his stats, they're already 31-8.
Oh.
GG.
Goes down.
GG.
GG's to the Sound Tigers and the waiver wires. Right off the bat, I think we're all in agreement who our MVP is. Sam. 46
yeah,
blocks,
100%.
1.9 impact, top player on his team. That was just crazy. Crazy performance by him. Ed playing well, Power playing well. You're seeing a lot of these higher end players doing their jobs, fragging out as they should. But outside of Power, didn't really see a lot of like round changing impacts from the other guys. You know what I mean?
Give up. You could argue give up, but other than
Yeah,
that,
give up for the clutch, obviously. But you know, Grumbler not having the best game, Crazy not having the best game, Aries going 17 and 20, Booster and Jacob T are also kind of down there. But you know, Sam, Boobert, Chrome, Ryan, Mappin, Schmady, Cooper, those guys are all up there. Perk, not quite as high as I thought he would be. He's not as high as I thought he would be. You know, you called out earlier, Robo, that Ryan was like 2 and 5 or something. Well, there he is in the top,
29
number
and
4.
16. Bring it back.
Bounced back.
That's true.
I want to bring Boober in here.
Yeah, I will say one thing to defend Perk is that no matter if it's HDL, RGL, whatever, he somehow is always gets put on the defensive flank. You know.
We'll bring Grumbler and Boober.
Yeah, Boober and maybe Sam, or just give Sam. I don't know if we can even give that out, but
we'll just do the
MVP. Oh no, I think it gets voted. But Sam for MVP.
And if there was a play of the match, it was definitely that one Power made.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a round changing. I would say Power won the round for his team off the rip, but we can also make an argument for give up just stunning.
I would. Yeah, but the thing is, we give up.
Hey,
so
Grumbler.
1v3 against. Meh.
GG's. You know, liked a lot of things that we saw. What are your initial takeaways from this week 1 match?
We just got some training to do. I think a lot of people are just, you know, we just got to work on our regroup calls. Some people are dying to straight stabs. So get some training and get some teamwork going up. And just figuring out who's going to play where. So I think there was a lot of shifting I did do it tonight. So we'll just got to figure it out.
Gotcha. Who would you say on your team absolutely stunned you tonight? Who played lights out?
I mean, Give Up did really well. Ghost Army did really well. I mean, Trained Boy almost went positive. Shakisha did well. She-Ra did well. So yeah. I mean, the other team like Sam did amazing.
Oh yeah, we've already he's our unanimous MVP of the match. Was there one group of people, duo or trio, that just, in your opinion, didn't do as well as you thought they would?
No, I think it's just more as a team. We got to work on a few things. Just kind of get some trainings in because we only had the fight night this week where we played together and then tonight. So I think we get some trainings in. We work on like some basic drills and then just get a lot of work in, and I think we'll be fine.
Sounds good. Well, you put up a good fight. You know, a lot of those rounds were close, but GG's, and hope your team does well in the coming weeks.
All right, thank you.
Yep. It was
Nice
great
night.
watching you play.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It was a fun game. I'll DM Robert.
Can we get him in?
Also, DM Gert Law. I'd love to hear what they have to say if Boober is too crazy.
He's too
Celebrating the
hype right
win.
now.
Can we get
Might
the
be
crazy insane
well-
guy in here?
I want to get that fucking space
Law
station.
said,
Yeah,
okay.
the guy that was shouting.
Hey.
Hey guys,
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Law.
what's up, bro?
Well, congratulations on the win. That was just a stellar performance from your team. You know, the biggest things that we were seeing. Our unanimous MVP is Sam5051. I know, have memorized the numbers at the end of his name. I never knew that before, but just absolute stellar performance from him. But your guys' regroups in your open melee was just off the charts. Can you guys tell us a little bit more, like if you guys were communicating or if it was just like natural to everybody?
It was definitely like it was like between Gert, Ryan, and I. It's just Boober, like you just have all these guys that just know enough times, have played enough melee to like say, okay, regroup this side off a glance. I thought more than like Sam had a phenomenal game. I said this during our group fight, but I don't think our star players performed better than their star players. I think our bottom half of the draft performed better than their bottom half of the draft, and I think they demonstrated
Absolutely.
it. We watched Hex almost win a 1v4. Like guys who you never see clips from did very good today, and I think
Right.
that's the takeaway.
That's kind of like the shining light of HDL. You see a lot of these guys who don't typically play in regimental group fights or aren't like the first picks at pickups, but they're able to go out here and show to everybody that they're competitive. They can still fucking bang in these group fights. What was the overall vibe of your team?
It's a pretty. I'm not gonna say carefree, but like it was very like nobody was raging at each other. Like no, like of course there's a couple times where Gert and I go, hey, you need to not get stabbed. Like if you if you die here, we die. But it was very like there was never a point where where the mental ever shattered. I think it was just a very coasty type of mental.
This is a question for both of you guys. I think most people in the league were going into this thinking that you guys would be taking a more of like a direct mid approach on where you guys are at in the lineup. It was interesting seeing Fa at one point you were playing the 3 on the flank and Turtle or Gert you were closer to the connector. Do you guys just have like a lot of trust in your guys in the mid that you don't per se need to be there holding it down?
Well,
Yeah, it's just kind of like about having eyes on both sides and adapting to what we need. Like me and Va can fill each other's, like we play pretty similarly, and it's just about where are we needed compared to the line, and like the mid in this game, for example, it didn't really do anything. If me and Va are playing mid, we, for our pick order and for our skill, it's not doing anything compared to if we're further towards the flanks and like directing the guys that need to be there because cons can blow up in an instant compared to mids where they're just kind of like chilling. Everyone's, a lower tier or more scared to go for something unless it's like a Gus or a Rave in there that's in the mid.
Yeah.
Well, it's also an HDL they play. Like in HDL, people always play passive mids, and so Gert and I just don't want to sit there and masturbate the whole time. It's like that happens. We'd rather just put ourselves into a position where us being, not to ego trip, but us as better mid con players probably need to be in spots that need that kind of stable presence.
Yeah, fair. What do you think about Give Up going KR29?
Expected.
Yeah, and also what's your thoughts on Steam Deck user screaming like a tiger at the end of each round? Because we personally loved it. Yeah, we personally loved it. And what do you think?
That should be your team mascot
He
right
is
there.
goated.
Yeah.
Well, great stuff to your guys' win. Really impressed with how your guys' team did. Big ups to Boobert. Respond to anything, but I know he's probably off screaming in some Discord voice channel right now. But have a great rest of your night, guys, and GG's. Good performance.
GG's.
Good
Thank
game, everyone.